Marie the beggar. In the commune or at the village, close to Nozai, there was a poor woman named Julienne Marie, who was old, in poor health, and living on public charity. One day she fell into a pond and was pulled out by a fellow citizen, who had helped her on a regular basis. He took her home, where she died shortly thereafter as a result of the accident. The rumor was that she had meant to commit suicide. On the same day as her death, the man who had rescued her, and was both a spiritist and a medium, had the physical sensation that someone had brushed against him. But he was not able to explain the cause. When he learned about Julienne Marie's death, the thought occurred to him that her spirit might have come to visit him. At the suggestion of one of his friends, a member of the Persian Society, and to whom he had related the incident, he evoked the woman with the purpose of being useful to her. However, he sought advice beforehand from his protector guides, and they gave him the following answer.
You may indeed evoke her. It will please her, although the service you intend to provide her will be needless. She is happy and completely devoted to those who used to show compassion to her. You are one of her good friends. She hardly ever leaves your side, has conversed many times with you without you having been aware of it. Sooner or later, services, if not done out by obligation, are rewarded by those who were concerned with the persons both before and after his or her death. In case the spirit who benefits has not yet had time to realize its new situation, other spirits who are sympathetic will come to express its gratitude. That explains the sensation you felt on the day Julienne Marie passed away. Now it is she who will help you in the practice of the good you want to do. Remember what Jesus said, "He who humbles himself shall be exalted." You will enjoy the extent of service that the Spirit will be able to render you only if you ask her to help you, to be useful to your neighbor.
Evocation. Kind Julienne Marie, you are happy, and that is all I need to know. But it will not keep me from remembering you often and from ever forgetting you in my prayers. Trust in God, seek to inspire your patients with sincere faith, and you will almost always succeed. Never be concerned about the reward you will receive. It will be more than you had hoped for. God will always recompense those who deserve it, those who dedicate themselves to relieving brothers and who bring a complete disinterestedness to their actions. Any other way and everything is just an illusion, a chimera. Faith is necessary above all, otherwise nothing is achieved. Remember this maxim, and you will marvel at the results you obtain. The two patients whom you healed are proof of that. Under the circumstances, you would have failed with medicine alone. Whenever you ask God to allow the good spirits to pour their beneficial fluids over you, and the request does not make you feel an involuntary shudder, it is because your prayer was not sufficiently fervent to be heard. Your prayer will only have been answered if you feel the shudder. It was what you felt when you said from the bottom of your heart, "Almighty God, merciful God, God of infinite goodness, answer my prayer, and allow the good spirits to assist me in healing of. Take pity on him, my Lord, and restore him to health, for without you I can do nothing. May your will be done." You have done well in not despising the humble. The voices of those who have resigned themselves to suffering and bearing the miseries of this world are always heard, and you have seen a service rendered always receives its recompense. Now a word about me that will confirm that I have just said. Spiritism explained to you my language as a spirit. I have no need to go into details about the matter. I also deem it needless to review my precious existence to you. The situation in which you knew me on this earth will enable you to understand and determine my previous existences, which were not always without reproach. Condemned to an existence of misery, sick and unable to work, I begged my entire life. I hadn't hoarded money, and in my old age my small savings were limited to 100 francs, which I had saved for when my legs would not be able to carry me any longer. However, God deemed my expiations and trials sufficient and brought it to an end, freeing me without suffering from earthly life. I didn't commit suicide as people thought at first. I died suddenly at the edge of a pond at the moment when I addressed my last prayer to God. The slope of the land caused my body to slide into the water. I didn't suffer at all, and I am happy that I was able to resignedly complete my mission without impediment. I made myself useful to the best of my abilities and means, and avoided harming my fellow beings. Now I have received my reward, and I give thanks to God, our Divine Master, who mitigates the bitterness of our trials by enabling us to forget our previous existences while we are alive, and who puts caring souls on our path to help us endure the burden of our previous wrongs. You too persevere, and like me, you shall be recompensed. I thank you for all your good prayers and service you rendered me. I shall never forget them. We shall meet again someday, and many things shall be explained to you. For the time being, such will be superfluous. You can only be sure that I am entirely devoted to you, and that I will always be at your side whenever you need me to relieve those who suffer. The Good Beggar Woman, Julienne Marie.